This question belongs to programming subject and the topic name is parameter passing. It was asked in GATE CSE 1989. So the question states, in which of the following case of cases which means multiple answers are possible, is it possible to obtain different results for call by reference and call by name parameter passing? So there are various types of parameter passing like call by reference, call by name, call by value. But here only call by reference and call by name has been referred. Passing an expression as a parameter, passing an array as a parameter, passing a pointer as a parameter, passing an array element as a parameter, and both A and D. So let me tell you what is call by reference and call by name. So what happens in call by reference is that we are just passing a pointer variable. A pointer variable is nothing but it is a variable which is storing some address of some other data which is stored at some other address. Let us suppose this is address 1000, this is 1002, this is data 10. So this variable A is called a pointer variable as it is storing address 1000. What happens in call by name? We all have studied that macro substitution. So call by name happens similar to that macro substitution. Here what happens is that we have a formal argument. Let us suppose we are calling we have a function f which takes x as an input, and we are in our main we are calling this function x with 3. Then what happens is that wherever it in call by name, each occurrence of the formal parameter is replaced by the actual argument text. So let us suppose 3 came over here. If it was 3 plus 2, let us suppose 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2 came over here. So wherever x will be there in the program, it will be replaced by 3 plus 2. It will happen in the runtime. At runtime, the replacing happens. So it is similar to that macro substitution which happens in the runtime. Now we have to tell like in which of the following call by reference and call by name will give different results. So for this let me give you an example. Let us suppose we have a code like this. We have a function int which returns an integer value. It's called a foo. It takes a parameter int x and the function is defined as follows. It does nothing but it just returns x into x. Now let us assume we have call by reference, call by name. Let us first do call by name. Call by name. If we are doing call by name and we are passing an expression as a parameter, let us suppose the expression is 2 plus 3. Then 2 plus 3 is passed into x. Then at runtime all these x's will be replaced by 2 plus 3. So we will get over here 2 plus 3 into 2 plus 3. So what will it return? We know we have to go by the precedence table, or we can also say by BODMAS. So if we go by precedence, multiplication has higher precedence. So this will be evaluated first. So we will get 2 plus 3 into 6. 3 into 2, 6 plus 3. We will get 11. So call by name will give output as 11. And if in this case we have call by reference, then what will happen is that let us suppose we have call by reference. So what call by reference does is that we have call by reference for the same. If we are passing 2 plus 3 in call by reference. So what call by reference does is that it creates a temporary variable. Let us suppose temp1 and it evaluates it and store its value. So it will store 5 in this temporary variable and pass this variable over here. So x will get 5. So here x will get 5, x will get 5, so we will get 25. So call by reference will give 25 and call by name will get 11. So here both the answers will be different if we are passing an expression as a parameter. Let us take the second option, passing an array as a parameter. If we are passing an arrays, so array is nothing, it's just the base address. Passing an array means passing the base address. And in passing the base address, call by reference and call by name will give the same outputs. So this is not the correct option. Passing a pointer as a parameter. Passing a pointer means passing an array as a parameter. It's similar to that, and passing a pointer means passing an address. If we are passing an address, then all the contents will be same. The result will be same for call by reference and for call by name. Now let us see this option, passing an array element as a parameter. It's different from passing an array as a parameter. Here we are passing an element of an array as a parameter. Let me give you a code so that we can analyze this more carefully. So if we have a code like this, let us suppose this is the main function. Here we have defined an array to be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what we do, we define an int I equals to 0. Then we call a function fun with a of I. And then we print a of 0. A of 0. Now we need to define this function fun. So how will we define this? Let us suppose this function is represented like this. Fun, it takes a parameter x, and what it does is that it just do int I equals to 1 and x equals to 8. So let us suppose this is a dummy code that we will analyze for call by reference and for call by value. So what happens for call by name? Let us do first for call by name. So what happens for call by name? Let us suppose we come to this main function, we do I equals to 0, then we call a of I. So when we call a of I by call by name, then what happens? X takes a of I. So wherever x is there, a of I will come. It's similar to macro substitution. So how will it evaluate? It will do I equals to 1, a of I equals to 8. So what is I value? I value is 1 in this function, so a of 1 equals to 8. So it will change this 1 to 8, and when we will come back to this main function, it will print a of 0. A of 0, the answer will be 0. So for call by name, the answer will be 0. Now let us do for call by reference. So what happens in call by references? Let me first erase this stuff. So yeah, let me complete these functions first. 0 followed by 1 followed by 2, 3, 4, and here it was taking input in x, it was doing x equals to 8. Yeah, so what happens now is, let us suppose we are doing call by reference. In call by reference we are calling a of I. So when we call a of I over here, then x takes the reference of a of I, the address, and here I equals to 1, so nothing is changed, only the a of I. When we are calling a of I, then 0 is passed, so a of 0 is passed, the address of a of 0 is passed, x takes the address of a of 0, and here x takes the address of a of 0. So what we do a of 0 equals to 8. It do not have any effect of this change a of I equals to 1, as the address was passed, so a of 0 becomes 8. And when we come over here back and we print a of 0, then we get answer to be 8 by call by reference. We get answer to be 8. Thus, we can clearly see when we are using call by reference and call by name, then we get different answers when we are passing an array element as a parameter. Here a of I was passed, which is an array element, and we have got different answers for call by name and call by reference. And same was for passing an expression as a parameter. We have passed 2 plus 3 as a parameter. Here it was passed directly. Here we have created a temporary variable and we got different answers 11 and 25. Thus option A and D are true. Thus option A and D means option E, which states both A and D are true. So answer is option E.